What's up, folks, and welcome back. Today we're going to look at my total sales for the month of June. We're going to see if I hit my goal that I was hoping, wishfully thinking to hit for $7,000. We'll find out. And then we're going to look at a niche that is already kind of popping off already. You guys know I like to stay 90 days out roughly, so that especially when I target the big niches, I have time to get, that sales velocity ball rolling on Etsy and on Amazon. So we're going to do some more niche research and design videos. You guys seem to be loving this stuff. You guys keep asking for more of it. I'm getting lots of DMs about, can you do specific niches? So I'm taking a page out of your guys' playbook today. I don't normally go after the Halloween niches, but they are on fire right now. All right, so first things first, today's sales, we are at 34 with $143.50 in royalties. It's around 5 p.m., so hoping we'll hit, 200 by the end of the day. Can't say for sure. July has been a slow start to the month. I will say that. We can go down here and we can see the current month I'm doing just hit 300 even for $1,200. And drum roll here, see if we hit our $7,000, and we did. So we hit $7,100 for the month of June. So I'm super ecstatic with that because if I pull my calculator over here, 7,100 times 12, we're looking at 85K US, which is on par with the, I think it was 88 I did last year. So if we can kind of ramp this up and scale this up, we're going to be doing okay. We had a slower start to the year, but it's starting to climb back now. So I just hope that July picks up again. July and August are traditionally the two slowest months, but they are the perfect time to plan and get things going for Q4. So looking at my overall royalties now, the grand total of royalties for me is $383,000. The average royalty for my shirts are $4.03. My return rate is a nice low 5%. And my total revenue on the platform is over 1.8 million now, almost 1.9 million. So let's get right into research and design here. So what I did is, you guys know I like to stay really broad because we could get inspiration from other items that not necessarily would be on a t-shirt or a sweater or a sweatshirt or whatever, right? So I always just like to use a single keyword when I'm doing my research here. And as you guys know, the niche research I do here, I create the t-shirts with and I use them on Etsy and Amazon, right? So gone are the days where the Amazon shopper wouldn't buy something that the Etsy shopper would, I think. I'm seeing way more crossover now. So my best sellers on Etsy, I've been able to put on Amazon and they're selling a little bit more. So that said, see these cats we would have missed. They look pretty cool. That's one of my biggest niches. I'm probably going to make some funny cat t-shirt designs with a cat looking like a ghost, right? So just want it, and it's a bestseller too. Look at this. And they're just a wooden ghost figurine. I wasn't going to look at this one, but maybe we're going to look at it. In 20 carts. That is crazy. It's just a cutout. $15.99, so somebody bought some wood, cut it out. It's a nice paint job, mind you, but not very difficult to make. I don't even know what size these are. Small, 5 inches. These are small, 5 and 7 inches. Wow. Wonder how many. You got one jig, one stencil, and you can just, cut them out. Let's see what we're doing for revenue here. So it's only 8 months old. It's sold 38 times already. They're doing 3 a month. This is probably going to pick up again soon. You can see it's already in 20 carts, but I wasn't even going to go there, but I might throw something like that on a shirt. It took forever with Halloween here because, man, it's just endless amounts of infringement. Like Halloween Town is a movie. It's Disney crap. Halloween Town again. Everybody is infringing. Half of these people are going to lose their accounts in time. If they don't soon, it will happen. Scare Bears, that's great in terms of parody. That's really funny. It's obvious parody. Not saying to do it because parody is actually only a defense in court. That's obvious, fun making. The Care Bears, you got the iconic legends here. So that's a really cool design. That's a great job there. Look at that. Cats, ghost cats. Wow. 20 views in the last 24 hours. What are we doing here? Monthly revenue, $851. I wasn't going to look at this one either. This one's almost 2 years old and it's consistently selling. So they got this price super low. So they're probably doing DTF at home. If we pick the size here, it's because they're showing the t-shirts. So if you want sweatshirt, the price jumps, right? So $18. And then I'm sure they're charging shipping. Yeah. $6. So they're making some kind of money, but they're going on the volume game here. Who knew? cats and ghosts were a thing. I would not have seen it if I didn't see this one though. But I kept going, and the one I spotted was this one. I was like, that's interesting. So I clicked on it because there's no words here. And I was like, is this from a movie or something? 20 views in the last 24 hours. What are we looking at here? It's 1 year old. So they listed it about this time last year, which makes perfect sense because we're, 90 days out, roughly 3 months out from Halloween. Estimated monthly sales currently are $82 a month, $3,700, almost $3,800 in revenue right now, which is kind of nuts. And I'm looking here and like these keywords are super generic. You can see there's tons of competition. There's a decent amount of volume. They're not super low volume. I mean, it's Halloween, it's skeletons, it's pumpkins. There's nothing trivial about this. This is when I say like, the design is number one and the keywording is number two. But yeah, I mean, look at this stuff, right? It's super simple, very easy to do. This is selling on the Gildan 18,000. So if we went into Printify here, I pulled up the Gildan 18,000. If we were going to do it printed on a shirt, what is the cheapest one here? So SwiftPod, it looks like probably going to be this guy. Yeah, and there's a few here. So the popular colors, military greens, sport gray. Yeah, the popular colors, black. There we go. $13.37. And then what is our shipping costs here? So our shipping in the United States standard will be $8.49. So shipping here, probably the same. Yeah. So we're going to stick with SwiftPod here for our intents and purposes. And we're going to see what we're looking at for price here. So they're charging $27.42 and their cost to ship is $6.99. We'll just come over here and look at the calculator here. So $13.37 and $8.49. We do have time to do the economy shipping here, which actually will save, a good, it's $1.10. So maybe we can use that since we have time. 4 to 8 business days, not too concerned with it. On average, it seems to take about 4 days longer than the standard shipping from my experience. So just, based on following the tracking to my customers. So I'm not too worried about that now, but when you're a month out, you definitely don't want to be, when the Halloween parties start happening and stuff, you definitely don't want to be, jeopardizing anything. So I would bump it up to this for the extra $1. No brainer there, but we can use these numbers for max profit right now. Some numbers I had before. So the cost of the item here is going to be $13.37. Shipping cost was $7.39, and these guys were selling it for $27, and their shipping price was $7, right? $6.99. So we can calculate here and see what they're doing. And it looks like they've got a 28% margin. Total cost after fees is looking at $9.55. Healthy margin. I think we could easily charge, $8.99 shipping and $29 all day. You can calculate that, and now we're up to $35 for a net profit of $13.17. If we were to add a 25% off coupon or sale, now we're down to $6. I don't like those numbers. I think we can go $34.50 or $34.97, something like that, right? Calculate. Yes, that's what we're talking about. We want to at least make $10 a pop, closer to $11 after a discount. And people, when it comes close to time, are not going to be waiting around for discounts, right? And they will pay. So we're looking at a healthy profit here of $18.57 if we're not running any sales. So that said, this would be super easy to do, to create and put on these sweaters. And it's the same Gildan. It's a tried and true crew neck sweatshirt. Super easy to create these, I think. So I don't think it's going to be any issue at all. The other one, I just happened to catch my eye here. Yes, this one. Let's see what this guy's doing. Also a little more interesting, but also going to be really easy to do. In demand. Okay. 2 people bought this. Biggest sale in 60 plus days. So here it is, like Etsy giving you all these drivers right now, right? All this free marketing stuff for free. If you were going to use Shopify, for example, some themes have them built in, but a lot of them have all these countdown timers and stuff like that. You have to pay extra for all these add-ons, right? And I saw just another post today in the Printify Rockstars group, actually, where somebody had mentioned that their $1 trial of Shopify was running out, and now they want to go to Etsy because they don't want to pay the amount that it costs to run a Shopify store, because people underestimate the amount of work that it is to drive traffic. And on Etsy, that much easier. Amazon is great for opportunity that way too, at print on demand. But Etsy, with these drivers here, look at this. You got the countdown timer, new markdown. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 scarcity urgency drivers right here, and they're all different colors. So it's pretty hard to ignore this stuff when you're looking at it. But let's just look at what we're doing here. Okay. So this listing is almost 3 years old. It's still currently selling 54 times a month for $1,000 a month in revenue. One listing, right? So if you have 8 to 10 of these in your shop that are selling hot for Halloween, now you're doing like 8 to 10 grand in revenue, right? That's pretty big numbers. And this is just fabulous. It's just a play on words. It's not even something like super trivial. It just looks cool. They got some vintagey looking stars, a simple ghost. It's 2 fonts, very easy to create. This isn't going to take long to do, but I wanted to try the skeleton here. Oh, Etsy order here. Nice, another t-shirt for $50. Ka-ching's happening. And before anyone says, well, how are they selling for $9.09? They're not. You see the plus here? It's because Etsy always shows the lowest priced item. So if we go right in here, short sleeve t-shirt, boom, $15.59, so $24 before a sale, just under $16 with a sale, right? So you see some people doing this as like in a deceptive way sometimes, but in this case, they just have multiple, a bunch of items in their listing here. That's a lot, but hey, it is what it is. It seems to work for them. I don't like to offer all these colors and all these sizes. Probably a general store with thousands and thousands of items. Okay to do it this way, but it's so much more work. And if we were to look at the 3001 here, 913 and 14 and 429, so these guys are just getting that sales velocity ball rolling here. They are just covering their costs, so they're probably trying to, get that sales velocity ball rolling. I have seen people do this. It's a tactic that works, but in the meantime, they're just breaking even. They're not really making money, right? So not a strategy I recommend at all. And I am absolutely loving this less than a day here as it's based over the last 30 days here. But I've been putting stuff in at 3 p.m. and it's still going out the next day. So they're on fire right now. And I do have a coupon code in the description, of course, for all the tools I'm using today as usual. So you can get a discount, free trial, and pretty significant discount on Evergreen. Link will be down below for sure. But let's go over to Kittl here. First things first. The other thing I see people neglecting to do is their Etsy shop banners. And I'm talking about this now because it's the time of year where we got to do some, clean up with your shop, organizing what's going on in your shop so that, your shoppers are ready come Q4 to find exactly what it is they're looking for as quickly and as efficiently and effectively as possible. And that is by organizing your shop sections. And the nice thing about the Etsy banners, if you're using premium, you can link your banner to your shop sections. People aren't talking about this. I don't know why, but maybe it's just not enough people doing it. So for example, you can come down. I typed Etsy shop banner in Kittl. There's a slew of them you can go through. And of course with Kittl, you can, really quickly and easily edit whatever it is you need to do, right? So you can drop your pictures in here. We can call it Jay's shop, and then we can come over to your shop, manage. I'm just going to click on edit here and go up to banner here, click on big banner. So it tells us we want 1200 by 300 pixels, the minimum size. So we can, finish our edits. It's already set to the large banner size. So we don't even have to do anything. You don't need to, remove the background. We don't need to optimize quality because it's going to be online. It's already at 72 dpi. So it is the optimal size for Etsy already. We'll just click download here. Super simple, right? You can change the colors, change the branding, change the fonts, obviously, everything like that. So then I would just come over here to Etsy and it's right here. So you can add an image, just going to drag and drop. Super simple. Like we did that in minutes, right? So if you had your branding or your logo or something done, which you can also do in Kittl, it's boom, done. And now just click save over here. And if we wanted to add a carousel here so we could leverage what I was talking about, you can upgrade to Etsy Plus here. It's relatively cheap. What is that? Pricing is billed in US dollars, so it's $10 US. You get 15 credits per month. I'm not an Etsy affiliate by any means, but I use it on one of my shops because in my shop sections, like I said, you have the carousel banner and each one of those that goes by. So if you have 3 of them, for example, I'll actually show you what I mean. Just going to upgrade here. We'll do it for a month. Things I do, right? For you guys in YouTube. If you're going to list more than 15 things a month, it kind of makes sense to maybe do it. Like you're only out $2 or $3 at that point for the option for the banner. So now if I go back to this, now we've got this little link button here that you only get this link if you're using Etsy Plus. And now you click on that and you can link to an exact listing or you can link to a section. In our case, I've only got the one item in the shop section right now. So I could just pick Father's Day and done, and we'll save. So now if we check out our shop here, this would be rotating if we had a actual carousel here. I've only got the one slide in there, but it would kind of go across the screen that way. And if it landed on the Father's Day one, for example, I would just click on this and it takes you right to that shop section. So if we had a secondary section here, for example, and a different banner, you can link to that shop section. So if we've got, Halloween section now, we can create a banner that is Halloween-esque for the coming season and have it linked to the shop section. So when somebody sees it, you can have something here that says click here. So people will click it and it'll take them right to that shop section. How sweet is that, right? I don't know why more people don't leverage this, but I've seen a few shops with the carousel going by. None of them seem to have shop section linked to anything. So, or at least a listing. You can put up your bestseller listing on that banner and click here and then, click to buy or whatever, some kind of call to action. And then it can take the customer directly to that listing, right? So it's like completely brainless for them. They're going right to the one they want to look for. And if it's your best seller, it's probably one you want to have in your banner anyway, if you're going to do that, right? So that said, I'm going to go now to new project with Kittl. There's so many things you can do with it and they just keep adding stuff. They just added a magic eraser, which is super awesome too. So you can literally just erase stuff like you can do basically with the Adobe products. And they've done it in a way that is using the same keyboard shortcuts. So if you hold down shift and scroll, it'll do a straight line. So if you have to do a perfect cutting of an image or something like that, you're never going to be trying to finagle it manually. I might even show you that a little later, but I like to go with POD presets, as you guys know. So 4500 by 5400 pixels. And again, I'm going to leave a link down below for 25% off. Can save you up to $72 if you're using the pro account here. So click that, click create. And I'm coming down here to the AI image generator because I'm going to see what it can spit out for me in terms of a skeleton juggling pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns, right? We might get lucky. Otherwise, we can just, create a skeleton sitting there doing like some kind of Zen pose or something like that. But any AI that is created in Kittl is proprietarily yours, right? So it's not something that you would have to worry about, other people using or leveraging. It doesn't go into their library or anything like that for others to use. So pretty sweet that way. Let's try... I should have probably picked a different preset. So that's kind of cool already. Oh yeah, so here's the eraser tool. You can just find it by tapping E on your keyboard, which is great because it's also E in the Adobe product suite that they overcharge way too much for. So I just hit E. So you can resize the eraser here, make it bigger or smaller so you can, erase certain things. But you can just come over here and then erase and it gets rid of everything. And this is what I was saying. So like if I wanted to make, leave the door jamb here and, I'm worried about trying to make sure I don't go over. If we Command Z that, if you just hold Shift and click, it'll do straight. So even if I'm over here and off the line a bit, it just keeps going, right? It goes like in that straight vertical line, so you can't really screw it up. It'll go that way, or that way. So it keeps super constrained on the 90s or 45s, so it's really hard to screw up. But I don't like this, so we're done here. Clip art style t-shirt graphic. Let's try that one. And this is awesome. Look at this. That's cool. I really like this. We can, of course, vectorize this and then rotate the pumpkins, the jack-o'-lanterns. That's cool. Well done. Pretty happy with that. Let's do that again. And here we go. I don't know why it's got the sneakers, but I kind of like it. I think I like this one a little more. Yeah, I think the best by far. And that's all we need to do now. You guys know, background remover. And look at that. This flawless background remover again for the win. Just going to delete you. But this will look great on a dark shirt. And this is pretty sweet. I kind of like them with the head. Not that you need to have a head, but I kind of like this as it is. People are nuts with Halloween and Christmas. You guys know this stuff. Let's look at our fabulous now. What can we do? Something similar to that. I'm just going to copy this and paste in the Kittl editor here. Alternatively, you can drag and drop, but it's always nice to just paste in here. So now we can ask it for cute vintage ghost. Graphic t-shirt. I like to keep it simple, so maybe we'll go actually cartoon. Let's try kawaii. That will keep it. Or kawaii. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. It's probably kawaii. I should really look that one up so I don't mispronounce things. But let's click on that and see what happens. Super cute, right? Let's do that again. And on this one, I will also use the background remover. You can do a couple things at a time here. Yeah, and they look similar enough that you can use both in the same design. Background remover. Get rid of you two. And there we are. It looks great and they look cute. So if we were going to, for example, let's change our background color here to black because that is the whole point of this. So we can always vectorize them if we want, but I think they look good as is. They're kind of like the same tones and stuff. And then all you have to do is type fabulous and we'll lay it out and make something awesome. So let's do this. I might do it a little bit of high speed here. And I think that'll do it. The ghosts are cuter. The leopard print is, kind of outdated now, so I went with almost like a candy cane effect here, but it's still for Halloween. You could even, maybe go one step further with the candy corn, right? Could probably do something like that, like the yellow in there too. But yeah, I didn't want to overdo it for this one. I think that looks pretty cool. The ghosts are cuter. It has that kind of vintage era vibe still with the Fab and Lus here for what font was that? Bonbons or Bonbons. Not sure how you pronounce that, but it looks cool nonetheless. And I think that about do it. So all you gotta do is come down here, download, remove background, optimize quality, and click your download. And like I said, you can create almost anything you need for your Etsy shop right in Kittl here, and then bang out some awesome designs pretty quickly for Etsy and Amazon. So, win-win here. And as you guys know, there is that link down below and coupon code for 25% off, so you can get going on this stuff. But yeah, we even did the banner and everything, right? So you can do all kinds of stuff here pretty quickly and efficiently. And I'm just going to add this design now on the Gildan 18,000 here. And there we go. And I think it looks so good on the black. But yeah, I can also go over here and preview. And there we go, nice and oversized, right? And also don't forget we've got the options for the mock-ups here. So I'm gonna go with sweatshirt and see what we got. Kind of looks like fall, and you can see how that looks kind of fall here, right? It kind of fits the picture here. You just have to make sure that it's the accurate representation of the sweater you're going to actually be using, but you can see how it kind of warps around here, smart mock-up. Otherwise, you've also got the flat lays down there. You can always do something like this. You can change the background colors to fit, but you can see how it has a little bit of a translucence, so you can see the wrinkles underneath it. Makes it look a little more realistic, and I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff right in Kittl, and I did want to show you guys one more here. It's just bats. Look at this. 17 views in the last 24 hours. Gonna analyze listing here. It's a year old, got 81 sales, doing roughly 4 sales a month right now for $180. And it's just starting. So in a couple months from now, 17 views. So people are looking at this right now, right? So it's going to start picking up pretty quickly, I think. Oversized again on the comfort colors. What are they charging here? So let's go with pepper, and we'll go with an XL. So they're charging $27.25. So their prices go up immediately. So they only have the small price a little lower. So good tactic here. But look at the price here. So this is $36.33. This is how I like to price my stuff too. 25% off, still $27 plus, right? And then $2.99 to ship. Pretty good strategy here. They built most of the bulk of the price into their listing, and then they put it on sale. What we're looking at here for catalog, the comfort colors, SwiftPod had it the cheapest, and then the shipping is $4.75. We'll say for standard shipping, so $11.30 and $4.75. Right to the bat shirt here, and we'll go to Etsy calculator. Sales price was what? $27.25 and $2.99. I got a 25% discount. Currently, the cost of the item was $11.30 and shipping is, we'll say $4.75 just to err on the higher end. 11.30, $4.75. And we'll calculate. So they've got a profit here of $4.71, it looks like, with the 25% off sale. So if they weren't running the sale, we're looking at a total profit of just under $11. So these are decent prices for the shirt. I'd probably even price it a little more. I literally sell my Gildan 64,000s for $27.50 to $28, and I also charge the equivalent of $5 or $6 US for shipping. It's $9 Canadian. So argument's sake, that I know is $7.37, I think. Let's say $27.50, $6. Calculate. Yeah, that's my profit there when I'm not running a sale. Now when I run a sale, let's say 25. Well, let's even go 35. We had a blowout sale, right? Yeah, so total profit still $9.04. That's the way I like to price my things, right? So I don't worry about trying to sell in volume necessarily. I let the people come to me. Once you've got a bit more of an established store, you can do that. And you don't have to sell as many, but if you can maintain, some kind of sales velocity, now you're really making money, right? Much easier and better than, trying to throw thousands of listings up to make a buck or two a pop, right? But look at this. So then related searches, Halloween 90s shirt, you got bat t-shirt, bat t-shirt, bat shirt. Like these are all literally just bats on shirts. Popular, selling, skulls, all the dark stuff, right? And some of this stuff, like most of this stuff, I probably wear year round, not just even for Halloween. So yeah, anyway, woo, new niche. Might have to do a deep dive into this. Chiroptera. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but bats in 10 carts. I have no idea if this is selling or not. 3 a month. This is going to pick up coming into Halloween for sure. I would also probably put this on a black shirt, but it would still look way better. Wow, they don't even have the different colors in here to show. You only have 3 color options. Oh, there they are. Yeah, you gotta link your photos, people. You do so much here. But yes, nothing spookier and dark than having it on black. I think that's a no-brainer. Missed opportunity here. But hey, yeah, you can go and put something similar on black and outsell this person pretty easily, I think. One last thing, I just wanted to see where we were with our merch numbers here. So in conclusion now, I was hoping to hit the $200 mark. It's only been an hour and a half, so we're doing pretty good. We caught up some over dinner sales here. So $192 we're at. We're definitely going to blow past the 200 now tonight. We still got 6 hours to go or so. Excited about that one. And again, this can't be possible if you're pricing to race to the bottom, right? So you can do the math on this now. We're not even including, I got a couple of returns here, but let's just do 192.17 divided by 45. Averaging $4.27 a shirt. Do not price to make $0. Make 0 cents.